So we're live. Hey guys, it's Jordan, co-founder of Care by Jords and the future #1 black-owned luxury skincare brand in the UK. So yeah, here we go. So don't do this too often, and what I'm going to be doing today is really uh, giving you like an insight into my life. And to be honest, I don't really do that much with people that I know. But I felt with everything that's going on, it's something that I should do. So I'm gonna let you dive in, let you take a look at how I've dealt with adversity, both mentally and financially, in my own life, and how all of the skills, the tools, and everything that I use to get me through things. And hopefully that helps you going forward. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because with everything that's going on, a lot of people don't feel um, stable or feel a lot of certainty in their life. We don't know where things are headed, where things are going with inflation, with the war in Ukraine, just coming out of a pandemic. And I just felt that I know I can deal with adversity very well. So I just wanted to share with you my experience. Now, before I do get into it, I just wanted to ask you a question, and that question is, well, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about something bad that's happened, some form of adversity that you've been through, uh, something that's probably changed you, like as a person, and I just want you to hold that in your mind and think about it. Now, for adversity, do you wish that situation or problem never happened at all? Do you wish that you never went through that thing? So when I ask myself that question, do I wish that I never had to go through some of the problems, some of the issues that I've been through? The answer is always no. And the reason that is because all of the adversity, all of the problems that I've been through have made me the person that I am today. And I'm in a very fortunate place that I'm comfortable with who I am. I love who I am. And that's all because of the problems, adversity that I've been through, and how that's molded me as a person. So this video actually come out quite organically. I wasn't even planning to be talking about business or talking about adversity and mental tools that I've used. So I hope that people enjoy it. I hope that you find it useful. And like I said, the reason that it's come about is because of a lot of the inflation, a lot of the insecurity that people are feeling. Um, and a few years ago, I actually went through a lot of insecurity. I went through a lot of uncertainty about where my life was heading, and that was because I'd lost my job. Now, some of you know that I have a criminal record, and I managed to turn my life around. And after I did turn my life around, I was working. Had my head down, focused, and things were working for me. Like life was good. I was enjoying everything. But after a certain amount of time, I damaged my wrist. Well, I damaged the tendons in my wrist, and I literally couldn't pick anything up. I was struggling to. I couldn't pick up my son actually at the time. Like the pain was unreal, and like even now when I think about it, I get sensations in my wrist because I remember the pain, and my world came crumbling down. Like here I was, a young man, just making his way in the world, and just finally earning some money, and it all been taken away from me, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know how to get a job. I tried to get a job, and people, like, I just got blasted left, right, and center. One time I did get a job, and when it turned up to actually on my start date, they told me that they couldn't employ me because of a criminal record. Now, my head was all over the place and I didn't know what to do. But a few years ago, I made a promise to myself that the only way that I would make money is by helping people. And that's something that I am devoted to doing in my life. Now, as I said, my head was all over the place. I didn't know what to do. My emotions, I was angry, I was upset, I was angry with myself, I was depressed, everything. But whilst I was in prison, I learned an amazing lesson, and that was from the chaplain. And she told me, she said, all of your emotions are a signal, Jordan. They're not, it's not just something that just consumes you. Your emotions, communication, it's something that is talking to you. So when you feel angry, it's your body telling you it's not happy with the situation at hand. And think about it, when you're angry, what happens? No matter how tired you are, no matter how weak you feel, you get a sudden burst of energy. And the reason that is because that anger is giving you strength to change your situation. And I was feeling depressed at the time. And when I started analysing that feeling, I started thinking, you know what? The reason I'm feeling this way is because it's giving me the ability to reflect on everything that I'm going through and really identify what mistakes I've made, where I've gone wrong, or anything like that, and make a change. And that's what I started doing. I started reflecting, and I didn't let these emotions just consume me and take control. So I started to believe in myself, started to believe that I'd change things. I was still struggling to find work, but lucky enough, I didn't sit on my hands for too long. One thing that I did do at the beginning was just have faith that things would change and just trust. But sometimes, like, what I learned from that situation is that you need to have faith, but not delusional faith. Like, you need to believe in yourself and believe that things will happen, but actually come to terms with the situations at hand and work on that. So as I was still struggling to find work, I realized, because I stopped being delusional and thinking things are just going to magically get better, I decided to take fate into my own hands. And that's when I started looking around myself and thinking, what can I use here to make myself some more money? Like, the bills were coming in fast, like very fast, and I did not know how I was going to get through. Like, and if I was just going to live off my credit card, that can only last so long because that needs to get paid off as well. So I was getting into a whole like really dark place. I didn't know what I was doing. Started looking around. I'm thinking, oh, what can I sell? Okay, that doesn't get used. That stereo doesn't get used anymore. All of this doesn't get used anymore. So I started taking pictures. I started putting things onto eBay. I started selling things, and I realized, okay, these things aren't taking that long to sell. So I started going to car boots, doing that regularly, buying whatever I could buy, and taking pictures of it, selling it, and I found a good method how to do it. It just made sure that whatever I knew the price of whatever I was buying, before I sold it, because now you have everything on your phones. So I was able to check the price that I'd actually be able to sell something for before I bought it, and that worked. It worked for a while, and I was becoming quite successful at it. I really got into the swing of things, and I think it's something that everyone should do. You should get used to selling stuff online, or selling stuff by whatever means, just to get that knack of it. And it's not that difficult. It's very easy to do. Like, it's something that you can do all on your mobile phone, um, and that got me through for a while. And then I started getting really busy doing that, and I was like, okay, this is making money, especially at times when I'd get invited somewhere and I didn't know how I was gonna pay for this event or pay to go out, and I just get paid by. I used to sell vinyls, so I used to sell a lot of vinyls, and that worked for me. So after a while of doing that, I thought, this is getting boring, Jordan. Like, you're not really seeing the impact that you're having on people. You said that you want to help people, but how is this actually helping people? How's this making an impact? And that's when I really realized, okay, we want to create something that's personable to me. So I started looking at what I use on a daily basis, and I started thinking, okay, we're using skincare, we're using all of these different things, and my mom used to make the products. So this is how I started a business. And at the beginning, we need to make sure, what we needed to do was make sure that there was actual audience, there was people that wanted what we made. So I had to put those questions out there and ask people what they want, what would they need, what would they want in skincare, what would they want um, to use, what's important to them. And we got great feedback, we got great responses, and we thought, you know what, let's create something just tailored to our people, tailored to the people that we know. And that's where we started. So when it comes to starting a business, I think you need to understand, the first thing that you need to do is know who it is that you want to serve. So I think that now, today, a lot of people are going to have to start businesses, they're going to have to do something on the side. Just with the way that economy is going. And the main thing is, if you know who you want to serve, who you want to help, and have a clear picture of that, it makes that journey so much easier. You know how to market your products, you know what products to make, you know how you can actually reach your customers. And I decided that I wanted to help my mom, I wanted to help myself, I wanted to help people that are just like me, people that maybe going through a bad place, don't have that much confidence, and just need that little uplift. They need to believe in themselves. So we created Care by Jords. We started creating the products. And then, so the main part of creating a business is understanding who you're going to serve. You need to create that community, get the feedback, and start putting things out there before you actually start investing in making the products. So what we did, we started talking about it, telling people that we're going to start making the products, telling people what we're planning to do. And the feedback kept coming, and we started creating a community, and people were really on board. People were waiting for the products that we were going to make before we'd even made them. And that's really key if you're going to start a business. So the three keys here of what we did was, we found out who we wanted to help, and then we started talking to those people, finding out what they needed, understanding where they were, and just creating that community. And then after that, you start creating a community, you have to start working on the products. So slowly we worked on the products, and we used everything that my mom knew, because she'd been helping people from so long. She'd been helping people with psoriasis, eczema, acne, and it was really hard. It was really hard at first, because formulating a product, you can go so wrong. Like, you can add something, and it can just completely change the formula. And that's why we say create the community first, because you don't want to invest too much into something and you don't have the community there to actually buy the products or to support the cause that you're fighting for. So we started doing that, and at first it was really hard to actually. At first, it was really hard to talk about, um, find where we was going to sell the products, and lucky enough, we found some great places. We started doing loads of markets. We started selling online, and like I said, it was lucky that I started doing selling on eBay, selling on different websites like Etsy. That really got me the understanding of how to write descriptions, how to get people towards a website. So that was very lucky that I started on eBay, selling everything there. Now, are there any questions that people may have about starting a business? If you want to start a business and don't know which business to start, okay. So that's one question. Okay. So if you don't know, if you want to start a business but don't know what to start one in, the main thing you need to know is what is important to you. And the best way to create a business is create it about yourself or create it about someone that's really close to you. And the way I see it is that if I want to help someone, that's the best way. All businesses is created to really help people. Some may change over time, but the original inception is to help someone else. So the key is to find out the person that you want to help, think of ways that you can help them, and you start off with them at the top. So it's a journey. You want to help someone on the journey. So for us, it's someone that suffers with like dry skin, eczema, acne, anything like that, and they're here where they're not feeling that confident about themselves. But we want to get them to the other side over here where they're loving themselves and they feel confident, they feel brave, they feel comfortable in their own skin. And it's that journey that we're helping them with. So we have to think, if someone sits standing over here with eczema, psoriasis, anything, how can I help them to get to this side? How can I help them become more confident about themselves? So I started thinking, okay, I can give them an ointment to cover this, to treat the eczema, the dry skin, the acne. You could create makeup, you could create all of these different things. So you need to think of different ways that you can help someone on their journey. So for example, you could have someone that suffers with knee pain and they're over here and they're in a lot of discomfort, and you want to get them to a place in life where they're enjoying their daily routine, they're not going through their day with too much struggle, too much pain. So what ways can you help them get from point A to point B? One could be like a wrap that you put around the knee, an ointment, an oil. But I actually got a friend that actually has a oil for pain relief, and that's doing fantastic at the moment, and it'll be getting launched very soon. So you need to think of ways that you can get that person from point A to point B. Now, oils, ointments, they're just one part of the journey. Then, once you've helped them get to point A to point B, then you're thinking, okay, now she's here and the pain's gone. Where does she want to go to next? So, the point of starting a business is to help someone on their journey. You're just trying to help them get from point A to B, whatever they're suffering with now. You're trying to help them get through the adversity. And that's what I was going through at the beginning of my story. I was going through a lot of adversity, and if anything, actually starting a business is what actually got me through that adversity, because it gave me the focus, it gave me the passion, and it helped me to help me focus, help me distract myself almost from everything that I was going through, and that was amazing. That was what really helped me in the end. Okay. So we've got a few people here. Um, Hello, Selena, and hi, Simone. So let's see, have we got any other questions that people may have for starting a business? Okay. So what we'll move on to is, in that business journey, you don't need it to. Okay, so how do you stay motivated after setbacks? Um, that's a good question, that is. How do you stay motivated after setbacks? I think when you stay motivated after setbacks, you kind of have to have the faith, and you have to set yourself a time scale, like a little goal, and say, you know what, for the next 6 months, I'm just going to give it everything I've got and ignore anything bad that happens. Now, you've got to understand setbacks are like a part of the game, and that's what's going to, they're inevitable. Like, you just can't control everything, and things will go wrong where they can go wrong. So it's important that you just kind of got to put the blinkers on and ignore when things do go wrong. Just have faith in yourself and think about the end goal. Think about doing something that you're passionate about. Think about doing helping someone that you care about, and that's the main key. If that care and that passion for that person or that thing is strong enough, you'll be able to brush off the setbacks. Um, Another key that I did is to really focus on the small wins. So focus on some of the little things that you win with throughout the day. So when you get your first order or something like that, just focus on those things and think, you know what, like I've actually made a difference. Or focus on when you get a little review, and think about that instead of when something doesn't go wrong or when sales aren't as good. Just think about, oh, you know what, I've made a difference in someone's life. Like, they're actually enjoying my products, they're actually enjoying what we're doing. And the fact that someone's chosen, because that's what I think about every day, that people choose, like even the fact that you chose to leave a comment, that someone's chosen to do that. They didn't have to do that. So every time someone chooses you over someone else, over another brand, or chooses to listen to you, that's something you should be appreciative of. So that's how I stayed motivated after setbacks. Just look for the little wins, look for areas that I was successful in, and just think about those and listen to the actual appreciation, and just be open to it, because I think a lot of the time people find it difficult to receive compliments and really accept what someone else is saying, whether it's positive. Um, Sometimes someone might say that you're beautiful and you just kind of brush it off, or to say something nice and you brush it off, but you just need to accept it, and that's how you will stay motivated, just looking for those little wins. Um, Now, the question, do you need to be passionate? That's something that I've learnt myself, and I think that through doing business, you learn that you don't need to be passionate about everything. You just need to be passionate about something within what you're doing. So that doesn't necessarily have to be what you're selling. Obviously, you have to have complete faith in what you're selling. You have to believe in what you're doing. Otherwise, you won't be congruent, and there'll be a clash, like a mental clash. So you need to be passionate about the person that you're helping, or the actual industry or the products. You have to be passionate about one of those things, and you have to really throw yourself into it. So that's that answer to that question. You don't need to be passionate about everything. You just need to find that one thing that you can actually give yourself to. Okay. So yeah, that's yeah, you have to, yeah, that's great. Glad that you agree with that one. Yeah, you just need to find something that you're passionate about within the whole aspect of everything. Because the thing is, what people always fail to forget is that passion burns, like it dies sometimes. Like everyone's had a relationship where it was really intense and really passionate, and then after a while, that passion goes. So when people say, "Oh, you need to be passionate about your business, or you have to be passionate about what it is you do," sometimes that's false, because you can't be passionate for about one thing for the rest of your life. It will eventually just fade, like, or the level of passion or love for that thing will decrease. And if you always need that passion to be like through the roof, you're gonna wake up days and some days and it's just not there. So you have to find something about it that you love, but you have to believe in it 100%. You have to believe that the quality of what you've got is good enough for other people. It's good enough for your children. It's good enough for your mother, your grandparents, everybody. So that's where I stand on passion. And yeah, so I think it is hard when you are starting a business. I think the main issue that most people always find, and even the issue that I've always found, is who am I helping? Who is it that I'm going to focus on? Because you can't focus on too many people, and what it is that um, you want to be known for, what it is that your brand is. So I've struggled with that and always thought, oh, what it is, what are we? Are we just a normal skincare brand? Are we a natural skincare company? Are we a well-being company? What is it that we are going to be? And you can't be everything. You can't be two things at once. You need to have that one focus, and that the reason for that is so that people know what it is you stand for. Because if you're screaming that you're shouting for one org, like one cause here and one cause there, people don't understand, or people don't know um, what to use you for, because we've all got so many different things happening in our life, and you can't expect someone that isn't as involved in your business as you are to understand what it is that you're trying to achieve or you're trying to encapsulate with your message. So the main thing is to pick one cause, one mission, and just focus on that. Now, now, I was trying to work out how to take this off, but I don't know how to. But when it comes to the reason I started talking about starting a business is because what we're planning to do is really just give people a lot of opportunities and help people in their own journeys. So fortunate enough for me, Care by Jords has helped me out of some sticky situations, and I want it to help other people. An idea that we did have was to have people be ambassadors and sell our products themselves. Um, because at the beginning, like starting this company, that took care of all of my petrol, took care of everything when I did not have, like, I didn't have anything, like, and it really helped out. So what we're looking at doing is working out a program where some people can learn about skincare, get a degree in doing facials and beauty treatments, and really create some money and wealth for themselves. So that's something that we're exploring at the moment, and we just need to find out if that's something people would be interested in. So if it is something that people are interested in, please just drop us a message and let us know. Now, when we talk about setbacks, everyone has a lot of setbacks, and I have setbacks daily, and unfortunately, like this year, I've had loads of setbacks. Bringing in this new line of products, getting set back with deliveries, ingredients, even mistakes that I've made. But fortunately enough, it's took all of those setbacks have took us to a place where now I'm in the best place I've ever been almost. I have loving people around me. I'm in a fortunate position where I have pretty much all that I can ask for. And that's thanks to everyone that has supported this business. It's given me, not only has it given me like helped me financially, it's helped me spiritually, helped me mentally, helped me get to a place where I can say that I'm happy. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's helped me get there, and hopefully I can work on something to help you guys get there too. Now, I hope that people got what they wanted out of this, and if they didn't, I will promise to improve. And if you want us to do something like this again, promise that it will go a lot smoother and better. What we're actually looking to do is do a talk with a few people about the menopause, talk about PCOS, because those are two common issues that a lot of our customers go through. So if that's something that anybody would be interested in, please let us know. And yeah, thank you so much. We do have a sale on at the moment, and that's 20% off our rose water, hair oil, and our mist and our cleansing oil. But I weren't here to be selling products. The whole main point of today is just really to tell people how to manage your emotions, just to use them as a signal, not let them take control of you, and to use what's around you to get you through any situations that are difficult. If you have any questions, let me know, and thank you for spending your Thursday evening with me. I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.